Well, hello everybody. So today I got something pretty awesome, pretty special. It's this VCR right here. So I got this VCR on Kijiji, and for $40 I have the VCR, and it came with something else too. Like there's not only the VCR. So it's a Sony Betamax VCR, pretty awesome, and it's working too. The picture works. It says Super Betamax, and here's what came with the VCR for $40 Canadian. A box full of Betamax tapes. Apparently there are 60 tapes in this, so it's Betamax tapes are like getting pretty rare. So it's pretty interesting to have all these tapes. I'm not going to keep it. I'm going to try to do something with them. Like I know that Anthony, the VCR King, I will try to give him some of these tapes, and these tapes are all tapes recorded in the 80s on TV, I think. Like they are all movies recorded on TV, all like blank tape purchase and with stuff recorded. So you can even the titles of the movies are written there. All movies from the 80s. This is Home Alone in French. This is the French title written there. And there's also a bunch of popular movies here. I think those two titles are pretty popular. And this thing too. The original remote here for the VCR. Terminator, Ghostbusters. And there's a bunch of things. There's other tapes under this. And well, there was the original remote, and here there is a part that is missing, but the person had it anyway. The person still had it, even if it fell off. This piece says the model number, SL-100. The original user manual came with it too. I've put it right there. So this VCR is working, but it's not perfectly working. There is a issue with the loading mechanism, but I can get it. I'm able to get it to once it's loaded, I can get it to do all the functions fine. So this is not like a high-end VCR. This is a basic Betamax. It's a mono only. So I'll show you this sticker here. It's just a mono VCR. There's no AV input. There's just AV output, and here RF input and output to the TV. So if you want to record, you can record only from the TV. But I can still convert AV to RF using another VCR. And so right now I'm going to turn it on. So it has like an issue with the loading mechanism, like this door, it does not close all the way. Like there's something blocking it, and I think this piece is supposed to block the door once the tape is inserted, so that you cannot put your finger in the VCR when the tape is inside. And these pieces are not supposed to be raised when the tape is ejected. So this is the issue, and also like sometimes it loads. It tries to pull the tape in the VCR when I'm not pushing a tape in it. Like the mechanism engages itself. So I'm going to insert this Home Alone recorded tape. So as you can see, the picture is working well.
Ici Peter McAllister, le père. Je voudrais réserver une chambre avec un lit géant, une télé et un de ces petits réfrigérateurs qu'il faut ouvrir avec une clé. Une carte de crédit? Pas de problème. Le plaza a servi des réservations, je vous écoute.
Ici Peter chambre.
Oui.
Avec un lit géant, une télé et un de ces petits réfrigérateurs qu'il faut ouvrir avec une clé.
Bien, monsieur, nous aurons besoin d'une carte de crédit à votre arrivée.
Une carte de crédit, pas de problème.
Merci. Je vous souhaite un bon séjour.
So this is one of my favorite movies. I have it on a DVD. So once the tape is loaded, all the functions work. And well, it seems that there is a problem with those things that raise and block the door, because I'm not supposed to. They're supposed, I think, to block the door when the tape is inserted, and now I can open this door like this. So I think this mechanism is broken, or it's desynchronized. So I have another Sony Betamax VCR with the same mechanism, but the model number is I think I pressed stop and it went on play. Well, it seems that it has button problems too, because I was pressing stop and the VCR went on play. So yeah, I have another Sony VCR model SL-100. It's currently stored deep, but I'm going to get it later in this video and compare it with this one. Probably, and that one is more high-end than this one. It's the SL-100 is a hi-fi VCR. It's more high-end than this, and well, it has the same mechanism, but on that one, the mechanism is working, but the picture does not work on play. So yeah, and this is the from 1985-86. The person says that he bought it in 1986. This VCR, and well, he had it repaired once, because he says that there has been a power outage, like probably during a thunderstorm, and the VCR did not power on when the electricity went back. So probably there was a surge due to the lightning, and he had it repaired once. I've not tried the remote yet and to record. I've also not opened the VCR yet. Yeah, it went on play when I pressed stop. So this is the beginning of Home Alone 2. So you can hear it, it's a pretty noisy mechanism. Well, right now the VCR is open and you can see the inside. Pretty interesting. Here there is a circuit board, and it's pretty huge. And behind it there is another circuit board. So there's at least 2 layers of circuit board in this VCR. I don't know if there is another one behind this one. But this is quite a lot of circuit board in this VCR. And here the power supply behind the chassis. A pretty big power transformer. And here the fuse is behind this the power cable. And the chassis is pretty interesting. The mechanism is the same mechanism as my other Sony VCR. I've got it out here. And well, here the circuit board is covering this side of the mechanism. And here there is a toothed belt. This toothed belt drives the ejecting mechanism, and it's kinda loose a little bit, but it still works fine. So I'm not going to touch it. And I think at some place you can adjust the tension of this belt, but I don't know if you can do it on this model. So the same mechanism as my other Sony here, my SL-100. This one is more high end. It's better hi-fi. Here there is a window, and there is a shuttle. So there is some editing functions on this VCR. Would be very cool if this VCR was working. So this VCR was like a lot more expensive than this one. I'm going to insert this tape. And I've done a test of recording. I've plugged my VCR, another VCR on this one, so I can convert the RCA signal to RF, because there is only a RF input on this VCR, and the recording worked well. So a pretty loud mechanism. It's made like this. Oh, I think it went on record when I press play. That's pretty bad. It erased a little bit of what I've recorded, but it was not important. Oh. So there's the recording, and it worked pretty well. I've plugged my VHS camcorder to the VCR. So yeah, I accidentally erased a little part of my recording because it went on record. So it worked well, and it recorded in beta 3 speed. So the picture is not perfectly, it's like a little bit shaking, and there are some defects like in the picture, but I don't know if this is due to the tape or the VCR, but often when you have a VCR that old, it sometimes the picture is not perfect and I have some defects in it. This VCR is 32 years old, as I said, it was purchased in 1986. And there's what was already recorded on it. And there's a tracking control on this VCR. It's here, a knob behind this. Here. And there's a clock counter button, so there's the clock, I have not set it. And there's the counter. The display is pretty dim, but you can still see it. Maybe it will be more bright if I remove the front and clean the inside of the window. Here's the tape speed button, beta 1 and beta 3. So super beta on off. I don't really know what this changes, super beta. Maybe it's like something to have a little bit better quality, but I don't know if it really changes a lot of stuff compared to if you put it on or off. Now we will rewind it. Fast forward. So this VCR is not very fast. And like most beta VCRs, it keeps the tape threaded on the head when fast forwarding and rewinding. While this beta here, the series beta version with a Sanyo mechanism, like a rebadged Sanyo, it has the tape unloaded on the stop, fast forward, and rewind. So on this mechanism, the loading motor is located just behind this gear here. It's like facing upwards and driving directly this gear, I think. So yeah, here there is that problem with the door. I don't know if I can fix that. This is a pretty complex mechanism, complicated. It's like pretty hard to take apart. So I don't know if there is something I can fix in this. I will at least have to remove this to lift up this circuit board, but I don't know if I can fix this issue that I've talked about earlier. And there is another mechanism that came out after this one, like the later model have that mechanism. It has like the separated motor for the cassette carriage. And so it has a motor like on the right side here of the cassette carriage, similar to the Sony VHS VCR, the SLV686HF. A carriage similar to that one. And it has another motor located here, like with a worm gear. And well, I wish I had that mechanism instead of this one. It's like more interesting, and also I think it's built better. So I've noticed that on this mechanism, most model of VCRs with this mechanism, they mostly like when it loads during the tape trading, like the mechanism kinda stops for a split second when loading. You can see what the tape gas was about to load. The motor stopped for a split second. I don't know why they do that VCRs with this mechanism. So here the pinch roller, it goes from here to here. While on the Sanyo, I've already compared the Sanyo with my other Sony, but the pinch roller, it goes all the way around the drum on the Sanyo. And here there is a mechanism with a solenoid that moves this white plastic part here between these two gears, and it moves when you press power, when you turn it off and on. So when I turn it off, the solenoid release, and it changes the position of this gear. So right now it's currently blocking this gear, which drives the threading mechanism. So when I'm going to insert the tape, it will turn the mechanism with the belt to pull the tape in the VCR. And then when it's loaded, it will block the other gear, this one, so that that one will turn. So kind of interesting how it works. And well, yeah, pretty complicated mechanism, and pretty hard to take apart, I think. So I'll try later to see if there is something I can do. I don't really know what causes this problem with the carriage. So at the moment, I think that's pretty much it for my video, and well, I'll say you goodbye.